what I did, I learned now to just, again, follow what's inside of you, because whatever is in your heart to do, the tools are in you. And so I've learned now, instead of entrusting people that say, hey, I can take you here, or I can get you on this and that, I sit there, I listen to them, and I listen to that inside voice. No, they can't do it, or yes, they can do it. And that's what I go by. And so I've learned a lot now. I've learned not to, I don't want to say this the wrong way, let anybody take it the wrong way, but I learned not to really put all my trust in people like that. You know, I've learned to just say, okay, if you tell me something, okay, fine, we'll see how we can work it out from there. I mostly rely now on, of course, myself, what God has placed inside of me, and of course God is what I use now. So most of my failures was just trusting people and hanging on to every word that they tell me, that what they're going to do for me, and realizing that it never happened.
And I think now, sometimes people, I was going to say, sometimes people think that they try to sound like, oh, I can do all this, just trying to shine themselves.
Right.
And you try to make themselves look bigger than they are, and they're just trying to make themselves look good. And I like that you said that you listen to your instinct now. It's kind of like you pause, and that inside voice tells you what to listen to. So I think that was a great piece of advice, because I have to do that sometime to myself. I have to just stop, listen to that inside voice. What did I hear first? You know, and I like that you listen to that instinct.
And I've also learned that everybody, their purpose and their story is pretty much already written. And even with the publication, I've ran up into people that were successful with marketing, that were successful with their other clients, but then when it came down to me, it didn't work. And so I realized that everybody have their own path, and just because someone else has blown somebody else up, that don't mean they can blow you up.
Yes.
And so I've learned that, and so like I said, I learned to trust what God has given me in the inside, and of course God as well. But I've learned now, just because they can make somebody else well-known and rich, that don't mean they can do it for you, or it's meant for you to get you to that level at that appointed time. It's a time for everything. So pay
we had another guest on this call like a couple of weeks ago. I guess it aired just a couple of days ago, Mike Williams, and he was just he kind of talked about the same thing. He said that, you know, just because somebody else can do good doesn't mean they're going to help you do good, because you don't know their work ethic. You don't know what they did, or how they may be a fast talker. You may be calm. You know, sometimes it's all about your personality. So you do have to really kind of research yourself to find what is best for you, because everything, even like you said, just because somebody blew somebody else up doesn't mean they're going to blow you up, because it may not even be the same connection or the same type of thing.
Right. Everyone is different. I always say there's no carbon copy. Everyone is original.
Right. That's good. I like that. So what books are you reading currently? We like to ask the entrepreneurs that, and how are the books affecting your life?
I am currently reading this book called How to Make the Right Decision Every Time, and it's 10 Keys for Finding God's Direction. I'm actually currently reading that because I like to read books and review books as well. So that is something that I'm reading right now. It's kind of hard for me really to sit down and read, because I have so much going on. And so when I do find the time, I try to read, a chapter here and there. And so that's what I'm currently reading right now.
Yeah, that's good, because a lot of times we're so busy. I talked to Greg Reed. Greg Reed is he was one of the people that is in the Napoleon Hill Foundation, and he's said he works with millionaires and all these Fortune 500 companies. So when I asked him what books he was reading, he was like, well, I'm not really reading, because I just can't. It's too busy. He said, but what isn't it so much better that I'm able to connect with these guys in the Fortune 500 companies, and I'm able to just hang with them, so I'm learning from them. So it's always a way to still learn. I mean, you still have the magazine, you still connect with people on a daily basis, so your learning could technically be different, even when you're just so busy to be able to sit down and just read a book. So that's what I'm learning.
Whenever I find a time I could, but normally that's what I'm reading right now.
So we have one more question we ask every entrepreneur on the call, but before we do, we're going to have a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Have you ever wanted to be a published author? Or how about, would you like to travel the world to get paid to speak and tell others of your story and how others could get over? Would you like to be an Amazon best-selling author? Or maybe you would like to create your own courses and products and get paid for what you know. If that sounds like you, join Terry Clay and Sue Ham at the Business Explosion Mastermind in Florida. It's a private luxury retreat. There, you will have private access to the beach. You will stay in a mansion near the beach. You will be just 2 minutes from Mexico. While there, you will learn all about how to explode your business. If this sounds like you, go to businessexplosion.net. We cannot wait to see you there.
All right, so thanks so much for our sponsors. We appreciate you. So the last and final question, this is what we ask every last call. It's always the last question of the call, and this is the Startup Biz Coach Radio. We are empowering entrepreneurs right from the very start. So we're helping entrepreneurs in the beginning phases of their business. So what advice could you give an entrepreneur right from the very start?
I would tell an entrepreneur, never despise your small beginning. Learn from it. Network and connect with those that you know that you can help, that can help grow you, and you can help grow as well. Never get someone that you're just completely feeding off and you're not giving anything back. So I always say make it a mutual thing where you're able to offer each other both something with your networking, and it's not seeming to be one-sided. I also would like to tell people that start up, just because you feel like you're small, don't think no one is looking. I've seen that a lot. A lot of times you think, oh, nobody's paying attention to what I'm doing, but they are, and you'll be surprised how big and successful these people are that are watching you. But they're not going to say anything right away. They can take 4 or 5 years before they even approach you because they're wanting to see what you're doing. So I want you to be motivated and understand that when you're starting up, 1, have patience. 2, watch who you're around in your circle, and don't jump on every bandwagon that looks like it's going to take you somewhere. There's a point in time for everything. So just take your time, enjoy the ride. And, again, you never know who's watching you. Keep your nose clean. Even on social media, to stay stable, make sure you're careful what you put on social media as a business.
Right.
And just have fun at what you're doing.
All righty. So thanks so much. Give them your contact information, how they can get in touch with you, how they can get the magazine, maybe how they can advertise their business in the magazine as well.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, you can actually visit us at www.promotingpurpose.com, and we're also on social media at facebook.com/promotingpurposemagazine. If you would like to be a follower with us, we're glad to have you. We encourage every day. And if you're interested in advertising, you can contact me at promotingpurposemagazine@gmail.com.
All righty. So thanks, Sherelle, so much for stopping by the call. I always remember your name because my daughter's name is Sherelle, just spelled differently.
Right.
And so thanks so much for stopping by the Startup Biz Coach Radio. We appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to sow some words of wisdom to the entrepreneurs of this call. So we appreciate
you so much.
it. All right, this has been a word from Terry Clay and Sherelle, and we are changing lives with positive words, and we are out. Peace.
This has been Startup Biz Coach Radio, formerly known as Mornings with Terry, and we're empowering entrepreneurs right from the start. Find us at thestartupbizcoach.com every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern with your host, Terry Clay. Thanks for listening.